Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Hako, episode number 5 reaction. Okay, the previous episode, the preliminaries started and like Haryu and Taiki went there, did their doubles, and that is where we met a character. His name was, I've forgotten his name, but he was one of the partners for Haryu, yeah, back when they were in the juniors, and he made like a bet to get Chinatsu Senpai's number if he won against like him, and like Haryu never gave it to him. So this time Haryu was like, you know what, I'm not really playing singles this time. So Taiki will play singles with you, and if he wins, if you win, then I'll ask Chinatsu Senpai if she can give you her number. So look, that's like a bet that started happening, and like later on when Chinasu went to see the match, that is where Taiki's friend, he told her that like he's like mainly motivated by seeing you. So in this whole bet, he's the one who's not really getting anything out of it. So if he wins, why don't you just go out with him to the aquarium or someplace like that? In the end, like Jinasu agrees to that. So let's see what happens. And like Haryu is not Haryu, sorry, Taiki is kind of catching up. He was taking a little while to warm up and properly like give his all, because as Haryu said, Taiki is more of the type of person who like very little by little, very gradually, like gets into the game. He tires out the opponent and then he strikes. So like it seems like he's doing the same thing against this opponent as well, and he's starting to gain like like score more points now. So let's see if he's able to pull this off. So yeah, let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Aquarium. Okay. Right. Damn. Oh, he's doing the thing that he did before. This thing. Oh, and he knows. He saw him before. The... Oh, nice. Oh, damn. If he recovers from that... Wait. So, wait. Who got the point? I don't know the rules of... Okay, so he got the point. Okay. He's sweating. Wait, so... Taiki won? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What? Wait, so ultimately he lost, but he won that match, I'm guessing. Right. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Oh damn, is it just oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, she still doesn't know, does she? Yeah, he had no idea. Hmm. Yeah, you think so? That's the only reason why. Oh boy. Wow. Oh yeah, because he's told her that I haven't watched it. Ooh. Well. Right. Interesting. So I guess Hina herself doesn't have any idea that she probably likes him. I'm assuming that's the case. Wow. Oh. Yeah. Oh boy. She's probably embarrassed to face him as well. Yeah, he's doing the field work for going to the aquarium. Wow. Hmm. Fam. Family outing. You could have said like like a friend, someone. Damn. Hmm. No. Uh, you slept like that? Yo. Oh no, is he late or something? Oh no. When did they? Wow. Oh my god. Hey. Ah, this is. Ah, this is. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, you're getting a heart attack. He's getting a heart attack. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, no, she particularly. Yeah, you think. Wow. Oh. Well, there you go. You have your answer. You know, she wouldn't take a picture if this was just a. Wow. uh, damn. Oh. Yeah, he decided that after. Yep. True. Unless and until you're like fully like committed to take it, like yeah. Oh. Oh boy. She's thinking that he's not having fun or something. I don't know. Oh, I don't think so. Nah, I doubt that. For now, not now at least. Yeah, for what? Oh! Oh, that is what's eating at her. Oh my god. I see. Okay, okay. Yeah, he heard that as well. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true because we heard that even as Taiki also heard that. So Oh boy. Nah. Yeah, but she felt bad about it, so yeah, that's true. A penguin emoji. Wow. Damn. Oh. Yeah, that's not even friend. Come on. I guess she probably felt embarrassed to say it in a more direct way, I guess. That's why she was like, hiding her face like this. She put that whole. Damn. Wow. Uh, I I don't think he'll be like, oh, that is not possible. How can that be possible? Oh wait, she's just there. Okay. Yeah, the rice. Resubmit. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay. Sajikawa High School. Ah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Her rhythmic gymnastics. Damn. Mm. Oh wow. Damn. She even has the media coming for her as well. Wow. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, like putting people on like a like, oh damn, this person looks so. Okay, I'll talk about it later. Oh, okay. Oh, from the aquarium. Oh, this is like a physical therapy session, I think. Like a ring. Mm. It still has the. Wow. That is a crazy statement. Well, Chinatsu thinks that, you know, yeah, you like him. Just gonna say that. The yeah. Oh, she has another one. Oh wow. What? Oh. Oh yeah. Now she'll realize. Oh. Yeah. This is going to this. Bruh. Damn. Okay. She's gonna feel bad now. She'll be like, damn, Taki never told me. Hmm. Okay. Mm. Okay, that was today's episode. All right, so we had the rest of the match today. The match was like done very a little bit of a short little section in the beginning, but majority of the part was the aquarium trip, and not only that, the final section where Hina gets to know that Chinatsu and Taiki are in the same house. That two, those two sections. Now, few things to discuss about today's episode. First and foremost, the guy who he was playing against. I think his name was Gishi, something like that. You can see, even though he was like you saw in the previous episode, he was like very confident. He was like, oh, I've got this on in the bag, that kind of thing. He realized after going against Taiki that yeah, this guy is no joke. And after Taiki won, he, as Haryu said, that it seems like he's not really taking it that seriously. But no, he, deep down inside, you can see that he's also feeling a little bit down. Not because of the fact that like Chinatsu Senpai's phone number was on the line, but because of the fact, I'm pretty sure the reason why he was like a lot more, but because of the fact that he realized that, damn, there's people like this that are like better than me, and I need to work harder, that kind of feeling. Also, like you could see in the previous episode that he has a very high self-confidence. He was like, oh, I can, I can easily do it. Like as soon as how you said like, oh, Taiki will be playing, he was like, oh, I can do this, no problem. He was like confident in the fact that he can win. So seeing that in getting the result today that we saw, where he wasn't able to properly win, he realized that yeah, just like how I am confident like this and thinking that I've done my best, there's plenty of people like me who have given their best as well. And like this person ended up being someone who probably gave a little bit more than me, and that's why he ended up winning. So he realized that he needs to, I guess you could say, like improve more. Like he's good, but he needs to improve more. That realization and the fact that he underestimated him probably was something that made him a little bit down at that point. But like he'll bounce back, I'm sure. That's the type of person he looks. He seems like that type of person. Right. But anyways, yeah, that was the first section, and then we obviously had the whole aquarium trip, and here you can see that Taiki realizes that the Chinatsu was kind of like feeling sorry about the situation that happened in the previous episode, where he told Taiki that, oh, like you have 2 years, like you have plenty of time, that part. And he thought he realized that she's beating herself up over that, and that is why she felt so apologetic. And also Taiki thought that, oh, maybe this is also the reason why she decided to go on this aquarium trip with me. Now, I think that's not completely true. Like obviously, yeah, that is definitely a part of the reason why she probably agreed to go to the aquarium with him. But I doubt that was the full reason, because like we saw in the previous episode when Taiki's friend told her that, oh, like if he wins, then you take him to the aquarium. It was definitely like a part of the reason was also definitely like she was like, okay, fine, like he is doing this for me. The whole phone number thing that was going on. So yeah, if he wins this, then we can go. So like partly it's definitely because she wanted to go and like, I guess just hang out with him as well. So it's, I guess it's 50-50 kind of. Like I don't think that was the complete reason why she went there with him. um but it was a good opportunity to apologize, so she took that and she decided to apologize. Now, as Taiki says that the fact that she was beating up herself over that, like the thing is, Taiki knew what was going on because he overheard her talking to his mom. Same with us as well. We also overheard her talking, And that is why we were like both Taiki and us audiences were probably like, oh, it's fine. Like that was what she was thinking about. But the thing is, like, she didn't know that her what she was saying was overheard by Taiki, so she was still feeling bad about it, and she thought that Taiki was feeling bad about it as well. So she was like, that's why she was like getting bothered by this whole thing, and she was feeling so down throughout that first section in the aquarium. So she took that opportunity to apologize. So that's good, like, yeah, because, yeah, like, I can see the reason, because, like, as she said, that Taki has been giving his all, and very insensitively I said that, oh, you have 2 years, which obviously kind of low key implies that, oh, you, even if you don't win this one, you still have time. And what made Chinatsu even more, I guess you could say, more apologetic is the fact that she didn't really say that from the, like, in a very normal or casual way. She said that, and in her head she was kind of comparing Taiki's time to her time, and she was thinking that, oh, he still has time, I don't, I only have 1 year. And that is why she said that, because of that. And that's why she felt bad, even more bad than she should have felt, because she was like, I just said that because I myself felt a little bit down because of this lack of time that I have, and that's why I said that to him. So, yeah, that is why. And we've seen, like, she's a sensitive type of person. We've seen that she's very, like, very serious about most of the things. So this probably was eating at her, and she was like, okay, this is perfect opportunity, let me apologize to him. Yeah, anyways, that was that. And then we also had that section where we see that, like, Hina gets to know that both Taiki and Chinatsu are getting, like, closer, and they, like, like, yeah. And so here's the thing. So she herself has no, like, there was a section where she was like, she goes back to her friend, and her friend was said something like, oh, like, you don't look happy, like, what's going on, are you mad about something? And she was like, oh, I don't know, maybe, like, like, something, like, she said something about, like, increased weight or something. But it's pretty clear that she herself probably has no idea, like, that she, I guess, likes Taiki, and that is why she didn't really, she's not really finding, like, a reason why she's frustrated, which is frustrating her even more, I guess. And we saw that again in the cafeteria when they were eating, and like, she brings in the thing, the that form, I don't know what that was. She brings that in, and when tries to give it to Taiki, but Taiki's like talking about Chinatsu, so she gets pissed off, and she's like, oh, take this, like, like, kind of pushes it to his face. So it's pretty clear over there as well, like, the fact that she, like, in, you can see that she's like saying that, oh, good for him, like, they're getting closer, I'm glad about you. But then she's like, kind of, like, she's like, she has like a grumpy face while saying that. And she herself, so she thinks that, oh, I want to support them, but the fact that, like, Taiki and Chinatsu are going closer is kind of frustrating her as well, and she doesn't know or understand the reason behind it, which is pissing her off even more. So it's like a cycle. So unless until she properly understands it, I guess this will continue. Also, I don't know, I feel like she'll probably realize it soon enough, because the final section of today's episode was where she sees both of them, like, in the same house, and she was like, oh, okay, and she, like, was just sitting down over there. So yeah, right, like, I don't know, I thought that Hina likes him and she herself is aware of it, but she's, like, keeping quiet about it to probably maintain their relationship, preserve their friendship, and the fact that he likes Chinatsu, that's why she's, like, kind of pulling herself back. But I guess that's not the case, because I don't know. I just assume that because it's probably because, like, like, looking at Hina, it seems like Hina is a type of character who understands what, like, these type of things. Like, if she feels something about someone, she would understand that. And she seems like more of a character who is well aware of what she feels for someone or what others feels for others. That's why I automatically assume that she likes him and she's aware of that, but she's keeping herself back because he likes Chinatsu. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Like, she herself is pretty unaware of her own, I guess you could say, feelings. And that is why she's feeling more frustrated. um yeah, anyways, so yeah, there you go. That was the other thing I wanted to talk about. Okay, and then obviously the final section where you can see, like, she like, this is the, I guess you could say, not duality, but like the, yeah, I guess you could say duality of the situation. Like, she goes to Chinatsu, like, because Chinatsu was there in that place, and she was like, oh, the, like, Taiki sprained his ankle, and she starts talking about Taiki, and she's like, oh, this happened, like, I was almost fell down, and he helped me out. And then when I told him, like, what the hell, like, why did you, like, injure yourself to save me? And he said something like, oh, like, that was my bad, I wasn't fast enough, my reflex wasn't good enough. So, this gave me a good opportunity to reflect on my own inadequacies. And Hina's like, he said something like that. Can you imagine that? Something, in this way she kind of said. And in her head she was like, oh, the guy, I'm gassing him up, like, Taiki, you see this? I'm like, like, making sure that you have, like, a good, like, like, a reputation in, like, and I'm praising you in front of her. So in her head she's thinking about that, while obviously it's pretty obvious that she was just, I guess you could say, she, it's like a, she herself is probably pretty unaware of it, but I guess you could say that she was saying these things in a way of kind of, like, competing with Chinatsu. Again, I'm 100% sure she herself is unaware of it, but you could see that the fact that Chinatsu has been getting closer to him, so in a way this was, I guess, her way of kind of, like, saying that. And in her head she's thinking like, oh, I'm actually praising him, but from the inside is probably her way of kind of just, like, coping with the situation. And yeah, which she herself is pretty unaware of. Because this is the thing, like, point of contact, the more a person has point of contact with someone, the better, like, they are, the relationship is. So she's seeing Shinatsu's point of contact with Taiki was, at first it was just Taiki, like, admired her and that was it, end of the whole story. But now, like, she's sending messages and they just went to, like, a little, like, aquarium trip, all that things. So the point of contact is increasing, and like, they're getting closer. So she is like, oh, so, like, and that's why she kind of said that, I guess, in a way, like, whether she herself is unaware of that, she was kind of like bragging about that in a way. But yeah, Hina herself is definitely not aware of that, because that's just human, like emotion. She, wasn't able to. But now that she saw Chinatsu, like, in the same place as Taiki, again, point of contact, this increases it by a high amount, because now that she realized that Chinatsu and Taiki is just literally same in the same place, yeah, she's now very conflicted, I guess, about the whole situation. But then again, even if she is, I doubt she'll realize it herself, because again, she herself is pretty unaware of her feelings. So she's probably going to feel frustrated, and she'll probably wonder that, oh, why am I feeling frustrated? I don't know. And it'll probably take a while when she understands that she actually likes Taiki, and then maybe she'll be able to come in terms with her feelings. Before that, she'll probably just be very confused. She'll be like, oh, I wonder why I'm feeling frustrated, and she wouldn't be able to understand the reason behind it. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, that's the current situation. Also, Chinatsu, I think like Chinatsu herself realized it because when Hina was like, "Oh, you know Taiki did this," and Chinatsu was like, "Wait a minute, do you by any chance?" And the conversation gets interrupted. So yeah. So Chinatsu pretty much, I guess, realized that Hina likes him. Okay, right. Now I do wonder if she's going to ask Taiki that, oh, like, wait, is Chinatsu Senpai living in your place, or she's going to keep this like hidden within her, and she's not going to talk about this at all, and just I do wonder which direction she's going to go. But like even if like this wasn't really like even if like Hina didn't like Taiki, I feel like seeing this, she probably would feel a little bit sad. She'd be like, come on, man, you couldn't have told me like like that, like we are friends. Like I feel like she still would have felt bad about this because like it's like hiding something from your friend, even though you share everything with your friend, that kind of thing. uh, so yeah. But I guess like like as Taiki said that I want the least amount of people to know about this, because if this becomes like a big deal, then everyone will hound Chinatsu Senpai about this, and then like she's going to get interrupted from a lot, like like her whole practice and everything is going to just go, like it's going to go downhill from there. And I don't want to cause problems for Chinatsu Senpai because of that, and that's why he decided to keep it a secret. But still, I don't know. I feel like Hina probably, even if Hina didn't really like Taiki or any kind of romantic, like stuff wasn't really the case here. As a friend, I feel like she still would have felt a little bit bad. She would be like, "Damn, I had no idea. What, what the hell?" That kind of thing. Anyways, and there you go. That was today's episode. A good episode, and yeah, let's see. Let's see what Hina does after this, and whether she'll tell this or whether she'll keep this a secret. So there you go. Like I think she might actually ask Chinatsu Senpai about this. Maybe not directly talk to Taiki about it, but maybe she'll ask Chinatsu Senpai. She'll be like, "Oh, like what was that about?" Because she still has her phone, so she has to return it to her. So like I can see her returning the phone to her and be like, "Oh, by the way, like I saw you going inside Taiki's place. So what's up with that?" Maybe she can ask her, but there's a big possibility she might not ask Taiki about this, or who knows, maybe not. Maybe she will. We'll see next episode. So yeah, that is it. Thanks for watching. No, not thanks for watching. Sorry, that was it. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first scene, we get to see yeah, the rest of the match wasn't really that big. We saw that section where like Taiki, the shuttle, it was shot. They're like going pretty much back and forth, and you can see Kishi does the same thing what he did, kind of go and a little bit touch it a little bit, and Taiki saw that before and he knew that he might do this, so Taiki was ready for it. Taiki went there and kind of returned it back, and the shuttle fell at the line. So like I said, I don't really know like badminton's rules and regulations, so I didn't know who won there, but turns out that was Taiki's points, because I guess because it was still on the line. If it went outside the line, then maybe then that would have been like yeah, Taiki would have lost a point, I guess, then. But yeah, he was able to get it. So there you go, and you can see Kishi comes in and shakes hands, and he's like, "Oh, like next time I'll come and we'll do practice." Um, and yeah, in the end, he kind of jokes around. He's like, "Oh, you better check the girl basketball schedule for me." But yeah, at the deep down, as you can see, Hariu says that he's definitely feeling down. He might not look like it, but he's definitely very down. And like I explained, yeah, definitely, like he's not feeling happy about this, because he was so confident about it, and now he realized that like there's so many people that can be like that is better than him. I guess this like kind of happens whenever like you're in a little bubble and you're like the best in that little bubble, and then when you go outside into the outside world and you get to see there's so many other people who are better than you, it comes as a shock. It comes as a shock. You're like, damn, I was the best back then, but now this is the situation. So this happens to everyone, and he realized that. So there you go. Either way, he won that match. However, in the final, like everything, this guy won. Haryu's friend, I think, this classmate or whatever. I don't know his name, but he won. He's like, haha, you thought you could have beaten me? Think again. Yeah, there's still the prefectural qualifier, so you've still got something to work towards. Yeah, so Taiki won that, lost that, but Nishida, that was his name. So Taiki lost that, but he did win that particular match, which they made like a bet upon that one. So there you go. Right. So Hina comes in, and Hina's like, "Oh, number 2." That's how she calls him, and he's like, "Damn, you had like way to rub it in." Right. Anyways, and Hina's like, "You know what? Whatever happened, you still got the second place. So yeah, that's good. And she kind of congratulates him, and then we had the message come in where Chinatsu's asking him to go to the aquarium. He drops the phone, and obviously Hina sees that as well. So Hina's like, "Oh damn, I wasn't expecting you to have gotten that close to her." And then she's like teasing him, and she's like, "Oh, this is like a date and everything." And Kyo also tells him that it's like, I actually told her, So right. Anyways, Taiki is like getting flustered and everything, and Hina's like kind of cheering on for him. But there you go. As we see, she's like, "Oh, best of luck," and she turns back and she's going back, and her friend is like, "Whoa, like what happened? You don't look happy. What's going on?" And there you go. Yeah, that kind of made me realize that she herself has no idea of her own feelings. Okay, next we get to see at night Taiki's kind of like, "Oh, I cannot go in, I'm going to feel embarrassed," like looking at her, and he's like doing push-ups and everything in front of his mom. That part was funny when his mom, so yeah, this probably has happened before as well. So his mom opens the door, and his mom is like, "Come in, the hell are you doing there?" So this probably happened before as well. He has done this, doing push-ups in front of the door. Okay, yeah, so Chinatsu went back, top. Now the interesting thing about this is that I was actually thinking they were going to show what Chinatsu is doing. Maybe she's also feeling like, self-conscious or maybe embarrassed or something, but they don't really do that. Like, we see everything from Taiki's perspective. So Chinatsu was there, just went back to her room, and Taiki goes back to her room, and Taiki's thinking like, just a minute. Yeah. Okay. Taiki goes back to his room, and Taiki's like, "Oh, I wonder, what Chinatsu senpai is thinking about," and he's thinking about stuff like that. So I was like expecting they're going to kind of cut to Chinatsu and show like what she's doing. Maybe she's like also like, but they don't really show anything like that. Anyways, so Taiki, however, is like looking at the the magazines and everything, and what dress he should wear, all these things he's thinking about. And yeah, and also in his head he's like, "Oh, snap out of it, this is not anything like that, this is just a just a casual thing." Okay, right. He overslept. After all that thinking, like which dress I'm going to wear and everything, he overslept. And he's like, wakes up, and he's like running to the aquarium, and he drops his wallet and everything, the coins fall out, but Chinatsu's there. Chinatsu's like, "Oh, like, here you are." And yeah, the whole aquarium date begins. So Chinatsu's very excited, and and Taiki's also like feeling a little bit, I guess you could say, a little bit like positive about this. He's like, oh, maybe, just maybe, like this is actually a date. Yeah. Right, but then immediately he's like, oh no, probably not. It's because Kyo, I think that's his name. He told her to do this. That's why she's doing this and everything. Anyways, then they take a few pictures here and there, like all that stuff. They hang around, and then when they're finally in front of the penguin like thing, yeah, one of the kids come and kind of bumps into her, and she bumps into Taiki. And yeah, Taiki's like, next time I want to come here as a couple. Right. And again, he's thinking that unless and until I go to the nationals, I've promised myself I'm not going to tell anything to her. And if I say anything to her at this point, she's also going to feel awkward about it. We're basically housemates now, so like it's going to make her feel uncomfortable. That'll probably affect her own basketball tournaments and everything in a negative fashion. I don't want that to happen to her. So which I can see that, because obviously, like as he said, he said this later, Taiki, that we have to remember that she is technically a stranger, living in their house. So she's definitely going to have a lot of reservations and a lot of she'll feel a lot awkward about this whole situation. So like she herself has probably her own troubles, her own problems about basketball and everything. And like he doesn't want to really put her in that position by confessing to her and completely ruin it. Like yeah, like that's why. So yeah, I can see that, I can agree with it, because people, like even if they are like when people are like friends, you've seen in a lot of shows and everything, like characters don't really confess because they fear for the fact that the other person might not feel the same way, and that will completely mess up their friendship, and they'll not be the same again. Their friendship won't be the same again. They kind of fear that, and they never confess. It happens in a lot of shows and everything. We've seen that. This is going to be even worse than that, because they're literally housemates. It's going to be awkward as hell if that happens. So yeah, I can see that. So Taiki's like, nah, why am I getting so excited about it? Let's just go back. And he tries to go back. This is where Chinasu grabs him, and she is like, I have something to talk about. Now again, Taiki's like, oh, maybe this is it. Maybe she's actually confessing or something. Nope, she is apologizing. She apologized to him for the previous day and everything. Yeah, and again, Taiki kind of thinks about it, and Taiki's like, yeah, thinking about it, I overheard her. She doesn't know about that. Not only that, she's also like a stranger, in a completely like a new place. She's going to have her reservations and things. So that's probably making it extra awkward for her. So in the end, he's like yeah, it's fine. Like you're too considerate about stuff like this. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Okay. And then Taiki tells her that, what, if you have any trouble about anything, if you feel awkward about something, if you want to talk to me about something, send this emote, like this sticker to me. And he sends a sticker with a little penguin kind of like, and yeah, and he's like, if I get to see this sticker, I'll immediately know you want to talk to me about something, and I'll ask you myself. I'll try to help you out. And Chinasu sends a lot of these, back to back. Yeah. And then you can see she kind of, she kind of stands there a little bit, kind of like, feeling embarrassed, hides her mouth with her, phone, and then finally she's like, oh, like, you're a good housemate. Again, yeah, I feel like she probably wanted to say you're a good friend or something, but she probably felt embarrassed saying that, so she was like, oh, you're a good housemate. Otherwise, again, That's such a weird way to compliment someone. You're a good housemate. She probably wanted to say friend, but she felt embarrassed. I think. I don't know. Like, yeah. Anyways, that was that. So that was a success. Like Taiki is feeling happy. At the cafeteria, he's eating. Kyo is in front of him, and Kyo is like, "Oh, so it was successful." And he's like, "Yeah, you know what? It was pretty damn good. I enjoyed myself." Um, and that is when oh, this is where Kyo says that, like, come to think about it, you are just thinking that you like Chinatsu senpai from your side only. What if the reverse is also true? What if she likes you as well? Which is a very good point. Like, yeah. And Taiki never really thought about it, and he's kind of like stuttering, and that's when Chinatsu comes in. Chinatsu kind of looks at him and laughs at him because there's like rice. And he's like, "Oh, I do wonder if that's the case, if that happens, would we be able to go out?" And he's thinking about all of this. This is when Hina comes in, and Hina gives him the thing, the form thing. Yeah. And then again, you can see like Hina's like, why are you like making faces like that? Why are you feeling like like grinning around away and everything? And he starts grinning again, and that's when Hina's like shoves the thing on his face. Again, you can see like she's pretty damn confused because she's feeling frustrated, but she doesn't know why, which is making her more frustrated. Yeah. Either way, you can see Kyo kind of observes it, so I guess Kyo also has an inkling to what is going on, like that Hina likes him as well. Either way, then you can see, both of them are like, go. Oh, this is also the part where they talk about which other school is strong. So this school, what is the name? Sajikawa High School. Their students won the preliminaries in the previous, like they went to the nationals. Yeah, they won the nationals last year. There you go. So yeah, they're a national level team. So if you don't beat them, we are not going to go to the nationals. Basically that. So they're thinking about that, and this is where Taiki is like, "Oh, what about you though, Hina? Like you are also like this gymnastics thing. Like, yeah, like who is like your competitor over there? Is there any other like people like this who will stand in your way?" And Hina's like, "Oh, who are you talking to? I am the great Hina Chono. Like I have everything in the bag." And this is also the moment where the teacher comes in with a reporter, like a like a newspaper reporter, and she's like asking Hina about questions and everything. And and this is where Taki is like, "Damn, she's the real one. She's the real deal." Just like Chinatsu, she's also in a kind of a similar situation where like the media is actually taking notice of her and everything. So and at that time she shows her smug face to him. She's like, "Ah, you see that?" Right. Okay, and yeah, this is also where they says that I bet just like Saikawa, like that school, I bet Hina's like that at tournaments as well. She must seem like an all-star, and yeah, but then Taiki says, but looking at this, she seems like just like interacting with us and everything. She seems just like a normal person. Like this is the thing where like obviously like people who are like really good at something and everything, all the time we kind of put them at some kind of a high position, but at the end of the day, when you hang out with them and when they hang out with their friends and everything, they're pretty normal people as well, so it's like something like that all the time, where we kind of like glorify like people, but at the end of the day, all of us are human beings, all of us have friends, all of us have like like interpersonal relationships, and all of us are just like each other. So that's what they are talking about here, where they're like, "Oh, Hina's also like an ordinary girl." Okay, so next we get to see them in this clinic, where I'm guessing obviously Hina does gymnastics, so she needs to do the, I guess, like the therapy and stuff, like physical therapy and everything. Same with Chinatsu as well, because she's also in the basketball. So Hina's there. Hina comes out of the like from there when she meets with Chinatsu. Chinatsu's also there, and Hina sees Chinatsu with that little thing, the keychain thing in the aquarium. Now, I don't think Taiki brought this for her. I doubt that. I think Chinatsu herself brought it for herself. I don't think their relationship has progressed at least that far. You know, so yeah, but I guess I don't know what Hina thought about it. Maybe Hina thought that Taiki gave it to her or something. I don't know what she thought, but she saw that and she was like, yeah, feeling a bit frustrated. Again, this is where she, in her head, she's like, oh, you know what? Let me praise Taiki a little bit. Let me let me push the relationship forward a little bit. And he starts talking about Taiki, how she got a sprain in her ankle and Taiki saved her. She felt frustrated and asked him that, why did you do that? Why did you cause yourself harm to protect me? At which he said that, oh, don't worry about it. That was my bad. I wasn't fast enough. My reflex wasn't good enough. And like, seeing that happen made me realize I need to work on myself even more. So thank you for that. He said something like that, and Hina's like, yeah, like this is the type of person he is. He's such a badminton fanboy, but he's also the kind of guy who sacrifices himself to help people. Yeah, so Chinasu's like, Hina, by any chance, do you? But yeah, the conversation never ends. You know, and there you go. They go outside. It's raining. Chinasu gives Hina her, umbrella. She brings her own foldable umbrella, and she goes. And this is where they realize that Chinasu has left her phone. So Hina goes to give Chinasu her phone, and yep, this is where she sees her go inside Taiki's house. And there you go. That is where it ended. So, like I said, I do wonder if she's going to talk about this to Taiki, like ask him that, oh, why you never told me or something, or maybe she's just going to hide it. Maybe she's going to ask about this to Chinatsu. Maybe like who knows. Next episode we'll see. And yeah, and again, I think it'll still take a little bit of time for her to realize that what she feels about Taiki. Okay, that is it. That was my reaction to today's episode number 5 of Aono Hako. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Aono Hako. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.